Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'd like to go over something I posted on a blog today, which is basically a candlestick pattern. So here we have what looked to be three white soldiers up. So these are the green candles here. Um, when you see this after a long decline, it usually signals a reversal. When we go back to the chart, and this is why it's important to wait for the candles to finally confirm. You can see that it did dip down, but we're still looking for a possible play out back to the upside here. And you can look to see Bitcoin here also following the same type of pattern, where if this was another green candle, then you would have your three soldiers up. But it looks like it's taking a bit of a dip there, which is fine. Patience is key in this type of scenario. Just checking Bitcoin Cash, you can see a much clearer reversal here, and we're popping above the recent highs here, which is a good indication we might flow up into a five-way pattern here. But looking back, you can see that we've just been in a choppy range here for the better part of more than a month here. So we're just waiting to see how this plays out in the meantime. This might be an ABC pattern to finish off a completed wave here, but there's no point in just jumping in this until we get a better idea of where it might be going. And one could argue this is your three soldiers up as well, but you want to see it after a bigger decline. So say if we had Bitcoin or XRP, you see a larger decline here, especially after what looks to be an ABC pattern, and you get those three soldiers being a clear indication that we're moving higher, or just a pop in the opposite direction of the decline. You start to see more evidence that it would be a start of a rally. And when we go to Investopedia here, we can see the technical breakdown of that, what we're looking for in the three white soldiers. So this is part of a larger set of candlestick patterns. These essentially date back to the 1600s when Japanese market makers in the rice markets would chart these patterns out by hand, and when they'd see something like a doji or any of these sort of reversal signals, they would know maybe there's a possible potential of a counter trend. And mainly these are counter trends. When you see them after a long decline or a long swing to the upside, you'll start to see maybe a move in the opposite direction. And you look back and sometimes you'll recognize, hey, that was a doji at the top, or hammer and pin. Those are the most common and most powerful reversals. And then you get lesser reversals like a bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing, harami, or something like dark cloud, rising cloud. Here's a good cheat sheet for that, and this sort of shows it a bit better. The key ones to look for are something like a doji and your hammers, where you see a wick forming at the very end here and pop up. So this shows that there was a large amount of buying pressure on this one candle, pushing price higher. And same in the opposite direction. When you see something like a shooting star, you see that basically all the buyers are exhausted here, and it can't really hold this ground that it carved out. And here on the bottom you see your three white soldiers, and the opposite of that would be your three black crows. And we'll just have to see how this plays out. Unfortunately, we didn't get that type of pattern here, and we'll just have to see if this does signal sort of a reversal to the upside regardless. But here you can see a big breakout on Bitcoin Cash, so we might see the reversal that we've been eyeing for a while now. And when we look at Ethereum here, you're starting to see a big breakdown here. And what I've noticed over the last little bit is Bitcoin and Ethereum trading to the inverse. So what we're seeing in the cryptocurrency markets is largely it's the cryptocurrency market continues to grow by market cap, but you're seeing increased rotation. So when Bitcoin was in decline here throughout this period, you saw a big push in Ethereum here. So that signals rotation. So they're rotating out of Bitcoin into Ethereum, and what we might potentially see now is a reversal of that. So people will rotate out of Ethereum and then back into Bitcoin, or more clearly, Bitcoin Cash at this point. So that's something we'll keep an eye on, and please just keep checking the blog for updates, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you for your time, and God bless.